Hello everyone, we are the Stocker Finance team, your corporate finance and investment analysis experts, back with another video on financial concepts and investment basics. This video is relevant for anyone appearing for job interviews, for finance students, or anyone looking to understand the finance basics before investing in stock markets. Today, we are going to discuss one of the very important concepts in finance, which is the weighted average cost of capital, popularly known as the WACC. We will focus on two aspects in this video where we will learn how to calculate WACC for a company based on its capital structure, and secondly, what are the applications of WACC. Do watch till the end to understand all the applications of weighted average cost of capital. Before learning how to calculate the WACC of a business, let us first understand what weighted average cost of capital actually means. When a business raises money from investors, be it equity or debt investors, is it ever for free? Would they give money expecting nothing in return? No, right? That's never the case. If money is raised, business always has to give a return. So, WACC tells what is the minimum return the project has to generate to pay back its investors. So, WACC can be defined as average cost of financing or raising money from different investors of a business. That is, the minimum return expected by those who provide capital for the business. It is calculated taking into account the cost of equity, which is the minimum return expected by the market or investors for owning the assets in the company and bearing the risk of ownership, and the cost of debt, the effective rate, interest rate a company has to pay on its debts, the fixed return owed to the lenders of the business. Let us now focus on the calculation of WACC. Let's say a business has raised a capital of $100,000, of which the money raised through debt is 30K, through equity is 70K, and no money is raised through preference shares, which gives a debt weightage of 30% and equity weightage of 70%. Now, let us look at the formula for WACC of the company where we consider the cost of debt and cost of equity, where W identifies the weight of debt or equity in capital structure, R gives the return or the cost of capital for different types of funding, and T is the tax rate, which is used in calculating the cost of debt and which we will discuss why. The cost of capital for debt is the cost of borrowing or interest paid, which let's say is 6%, and tax rate is 30%. The interest paid on your debt has a tax benefit as interest paid reduces the overall tax liability of the company. And hence, we only take 1 minus T or tax proportion of interest as the total cost of capital. The cost of equity is calculated through the capital asset pricing model or the CAPM, which is discussed in a separate discussion. But for now, let's take as 10% as the cost of equity. Cost of equity is higher than the cost of debt due to higher risk associated for equity holders, aka ownership. Let us now place the values in the formula to calculate the WACC. After this calculation, the WACC turns out to be 8.26 to 8.26% based on these values. Now that we have established the WACC of the company stands at 8.26%, let us now focus on the applications of the WACC. We are going to discuss two applications here. The first one is the project prioritization, and the second one is the DCF or discounted cash flow model. Let us now look at the investment decision or project prioritization application with the use of an example. Suppose the company has an option to invest in two projects. Project 1, where the expected return is of 6%, which when compared with the WACC of the company is lower than the cost of capital of the company. Thus, investing in the project would be a loss for the company. It will not be able to make the minimum return on its investment in this project to pay its shareholders, and also will have to shed out a loss of minus 1.26% on its investment. While project 2 has an expected return of 18.26%, which is much higher than the WACC of the company. Hence, the company will make a profitable investment, giving it an additional 10% return over its WACC. When comparing these two projects, you would say to invest in project 2, and in isolation, when there is only one project for the company compares the return of the project with that of the WACC while making the investment decision. Let us now focus on the second application of WACC, which is in the discounted cash flow model, where the expected future cash flows are discounted to get the value of those cash flows today, that is, their present value. The discount rate used for this is the WACC for the business, which in our case is 8.26%. Let's suppose there is a project which generates cash inflows of 100,000 each year for the next 3 years, year 1, year 2 and year 3. To calculate the value of those cash flows today, that is their present value, we discount it at the WACC of the business to calculate the aggregate value today. Now, when we add the three discounted values, it gives us a total of $256,000, which is the present value of the future expected cash inflows. If the total cash outflows today are less than $256,000, then we are going to invest in the project. On another hand, if the cash outflows today are higher than $256,000, then it would be a no-go to invest in that project. A company or its board of directors will always be reluctant to approve a management's proposed projects until its return is equal or more than the estimated cost of capital, that is the WACC. WACC is involved in almost all capital allocation decisions of a company. Hence, it is very beneficial metric in corporate finance to learn and understand. With this, we come to the end of this insightful video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us in the comments. We will try our best to address it and maybe make a video on it. Also, if you like our content on WACC, do like this video and share with your friends. And also, if you want to keep getting updates on our new upcoming videos, do subscribe to your channel. Till then, keep learning.